wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa filling in for Jess. We got a special guest in the building.
A legend, goddammit.
The brother Mike Epps.
I'm serious, Mike. I don't want them introducing you no more if they ain't putting legend on your motherfucking name.
Well, we got the legend, Mike Epps.
Oh, shit. How old you got to get to be a legend?
Social security age.
Yeah, you got to be in the. Yeah, I'm getting there. Shit.
I don't think it's about age. I think it's about what you've done in the game.
What you've done,
sure.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate the, compliment.
You don't feel like legendary status? Like you don't feel it? Like I paved the way? Like I'm here?
Yeah. I mean, I try to use those words, the right way, legend and all of that stuff. But I do feel like I put a lot of young comics on. They don't give me no props for it though. They act like they don't know me after they get on. But
and Mike Epps, he always supported us early on. He actually did our first skit with the Breakfast Club. You remember that?
I did.
Skit? Mm-hmm. The first skit. The first skit was with you, and you did that for us.
That's big.
And he used to put money in my pocket because you used to do the April Fool's comedy jam in New York.
Remember that?
Yeah.
April Fool's.
He used to always get me to host it at the Garden.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, man, and it feel good to be able to. You know what I mean? Turn on the young comics and put them on because I was once one at one time. I mean, I used to be standing on the stage trying to get on, open up for Steve Harvey and D.L. Hughley. So, it's
They used to hate on you?
No.
Okay.
No. They never hated on me. But you could tell, though, when you're an older comic or you're an older artist and somebody new come on, it take time for them to be like, okay, this dude is cool. Mm-hmm. Or I can work with him because, you don't know how a person going to turn out. So
I shouldn't even have said hate because sometimes I think that people don't realize how much of a fraternity comedy is. They want to see you earn your dues before they share stage with you.
That's right.
Yeah.
But nowadays it's different, man. Artists are getting their just due a little quicker than we did. Mm-hmm. We had to really work for that shit. Mm-hmm. We had to go hit them stages and now they got the social media thing, which is good and bad because you're getting opportunities premature of you working for it. So it can be tricky.
Do you respect that or you feel like they should get their dues first to hit them clubs?
Well, I respect the fact that it's still a hustle.
Right.
I mean, to be able to be on the internet, I still ain't figured that shit out. I still ain't figured out how to really get the money off the internet. Like these young, they on Snapchat and all this shit. I really haven't figured it out, but I respect that because that's the new hustle. But like I said, when it's time for you to get an opportunity and show and prove, you ain't really been in the gym. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like you got muscles, but they didn't come from the gym.
Mm-hmm. But on the flip side, they don't know how to get money on stage. They don't know how to get money in the TV world. They don't know how to get money in the film world.
That's right. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm saying. There's levels to the shit, and you got to keep on. And I always say, I tell people, man, you might have a lot, you might know a lot, and it's somebody looking at you like you don't know shit and have a lot either. Right. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. For everybody that got $1 billion, Bill Gates and them, they pay that shit in taxes. They looking at some black dude like, man, if you don't get your
little poor ass
flexing ass out of here, you were around flexing on these poor people, you poor to me. You know what I'm saying?
Now, do you like going out on tour with so many comedians? Do you enjoy it? And if you do, why?
Well, you know what, Envy, I'm hosting this tour. Mm-hmm. So these are all young comics that's coming up.
Duval ain't young.
Duval ain't young.
Hell no.
How old is Duval? I thought
he didn't start with me though.
No, he didn't.
He's young to me.
Okay.
Because he came up after me. But for the most part, all of them are young comics that's trying to get to the next level, and which is film and television and whatever that is. But it's cool, man. I'm secure with myself and I'm secure with my comedy act. I'll go on tour with anybody.
You give them game during the tour?
All day. I tell them all. I had Bubba Dub yesterday just telling him, man, that's good how you transitioning. Mm-hmm. It's good that you able to transition. Some comics can't do it. Just make sure that you keep focusing on the next level while you on one level. Mm-hmm. While you're doing stand-up, make sure you position yourself so that when you get an acting opportunity, you can act. Because that's what happens a lot of times. A lot of them blow up, then they get a movie opportunity and can't act. So while you doing stand-up and you coming up, go to some acting classes, man. Watch movies. Start positioning yourself for it.
I think me and Jess were talking about this before, and I was telling her like the way that like even with Martin, he brings her on his like different stages. I think that two-way street that you're talking about is really important because they're teaching you while you're teaching them. Right. Especially because like I feel like sometimes comedians who come up the way you come up, when they shut out like the Jess Hilariouses, the Desi Banks or whatever, you get so behind the times that it just doesn't come off well a lot of times. And I think for you guys and what you do, you're trying to figure out social media. Yeah. If it doesn't come off well, then fans kind of start to look at you a little differently. You got to battle so many different things because they do. Yeah, it's what's here right now. So the fact that you're getting that is important.
I look like an old nigga on Instagram, like
you can't get around that because you're old.
Who are you talking to?
Watch your mouth, girl.
What's wrong with you?
It's nothing wrong with that though. You're older.
The way you said it though, like,
you are. Whoa,
you are.
My bad. First of all, you brought up you said Duval wasn't. No, but listen, when you said Duval wasn't young, I looked it up. I thought he was way younger. He's 47.
You thought Duval was younger?
I thought Duval was like not too. I thought he was like maybe 40.
Damn.
He gives young energy, but I just think that it's dope to see people embracing it because they be hating. Like a lot of the old heads be hating, and it's crazy because what a
you throwing that old head around that word around a lot.
What's wrong with that? Why are people upset about being called older? That's a gift to age and to have what you have.
We not. It's just how you say it.
It's how you say it.
Well, I don't mean it. I don't mean it no way. What I'm saying to you is that
I know what you mean.
Yeah, I think it's fire to see you doing it. Yeah. Because a lot of people don't. Yeah, and you're loud about embracing it.
Yeah, a lot of older guys, they don't know how to, they don't know how to embrace that, man. But like I said, man, that's what we supposed to do. We got to keep on handing it down. Handing it down to each other. Because I'm going to be in a position one day, I'm going to need one of the young dudes to put me in a. Right. That's what Red Fox and Eddie Murphy put Red Fox in.
That's right.
He looked out for Red Fox. Gave him money, got him out of taxes. Yeah. So, yeah, hell yeah. Now let's get messy. What you want to ask me?
Oh, how you not got something over here, Kevin Hart? No, I do got something over here.
I'm glad you said that.
I got some things.
He go straight to it. Look, you know exactly what that is.
Kevin Hart signed on to be the entertainment czar for the Pacers and Fever. You are from Indiana. Yeah. Like, I mean, you super famous from Indiana. Right. And then built a whole community in Indiana. Yeah. How did that make you feel that they didn't call you for that?
Well, you know what? I thought about it. I was the ambassador for the men's All-Star in Indiana. This past All-Star. Kev should have called me if he was in Indianapolis. Because I definitely called him when I was in Philly, but he didn't answer the phone. I wanted to call him and say, hey, man, I'm downtown at the Eagles game. Because we had a show in Philly, and I was calling him to tell him, man, I'm downtown Philly, boy, they going crazy at the parade. But, everybody got their different things about how they feel, man. Who goes to Indiana? I'm still trying to figure out who the fuck want to go there and do something in Indiana other than myself. I'm the only fan they got outside of what they fans are in that city. So hey man, it's politics. And a lot of times people that are not in a business, like people are not in comedy, people are not in the rap game that run entities, they don't know. Right. They think me and Kevin sitting in the backyard drinking iced tea together. You know what I'm saying? So you really can't get upset about it. But it's enough for everybody, man. You know what I mean? Kev, he put on enough young comics and people. So I didn't get slighted about that, man. It's cool.
So y'all talking though? So the fact that you called him when you was in Philly, y'all.
Oh yeah. We me and Kevin talk, man. And again, man, everything I do now, I put an age on it. You know what I mean? So I think about it, and I'm like, nope, you too old. Nope, you too old. Nope, you too old. Too old to talk shit. Too old to be broke. I'm too old for all of that. You know what I mean? You just get to a point in your age where you just, hey man, I'm just trying to get what I can get out of it, and you know, but
knowing Kev though, I know he's gonna reach out for you to do something when he put that together.
Oh yeah, well that's what I'm saying. I was just on the phone with him, telling him that that's what we got to do. The white boys do it. They do. You already look up all them white boys be together, doing movies and television together. Why we can't do it?
That's right.
But we do black people do we love fussing with each other too. That shit is fun.
Who you blame for that?
Shit. I guess it's systematically. You know what I mean? We cannot get away from race. We cannot get away from slavery. It's just keep on. It's just a thin line of that shit still in the community, man. And if you match it up to back in slavery, it's still the same. You know, they used to take one brother, and put some clothes on him, and have him sitting on the porch with a lemonade, looking at the rest of the dudes out there in the field. They still doing that shit. And we still forgetting it. It's like, hey, if you standing up there with some clothes on and you got a lemonade in your hand and you see them brothers out there in the field, they ain't got nothing, you got to sneak out the house at night, man, to go get them something, man.
That's right.
And if you the man, you can't be afraid to be standing next to another black man because you scared he gonna get some shit. That's some hating shit too. If you the man, and the people, the powers that be, is paying you and making you who you are, and you don't want to stand next to it, that means you don't want the powers to be to see them. You trying to be, you know, that's what I don't like. You know, Ice Cube, I got into business through Ice Cube. I didn't get into business through, you know, and white people like who they like. And I'm not really like that dude that they like, because you can't rub on my head and pat me on the ass and all. I don't play none of that shit. So, and I think they figured that out. Okay, this is a nigga we can't do that with. Not going to do it with him. So, you know, hey.
But you've had a great career. I mean, the Upshaws is killing. What they on there, fifth season?
Fifth season.
Come on now.
People swear by that show. They love
I appreciate it. And that came from my idea. That came from an idea that's about my hometown and loosely based on my life, you know. So I can't complain. I'm grateful. I'm happy. I ain't got no beef with nobody, you know. And shit, man, I'm just trying to continue to live on and do what I do.
How many kids you got, Mike Epps?
7.
Man, you had to think about that. The ones you said, the ones you play.
Not the one. Don't do that to him.
He said,
You think you got some kids out there? You don't know.
I hope not.
You hope not?
I hope not.
No, you ain't that kind of guy.
I'm glad you know that, Mike.
You ain't that kind of guy, but
you're not either. Don't let him throw it on
I'm
you.
not now.
Okay.
She has a nap time player. What you talking about?
But back in the day, man,
Look,
I couldn't keep my pants up.
The way all the smoke went, just focus over here. I'm trying to keep you in good graces.
Yes.
So don't lean into what he's
doing right now.
Don't lean over there.
You can talk about your old days. Them old days.
Yeah, they old days.
Yeah.
They old days. Slanging it like a pistol. Slanging it, man. But you know what, though? Hey, man, if you can survive anything and be there to talk about it, it's cash money.
That's right.
I agree.
I don't care what it is. If you survived it and you standing there talking about it, it's cash money.
That's why we listen to Magic Johnson so heavy now.
That's right.
That's right. That man lived a life.
What?
Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
what?
And you'll forget sometimes.
You forget that he got HIV.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Some of the women probably do too. They probably like,
They not
hey,
forgetting that. Y'all are
Magic.
crazy.
What is happening?
Now, you got a young child too.
Yeah.
So how is being a old head, because we all old heads, raising that young child?
Man, I love it. They giving me life. I got a son 4 years old, and I got a daughter 5, and they give me life. I mean, like, and I ain't no old type dude. I can get up and run right now, fast as I want to, and do whatever I want to do. So
Why you look at me when you said that?
Huh?
You looked at me when you said that.
What? Which part?
That you're not no old dude. No old type dude.
Because you call me older.
I meant it by like iconic legend aging.
But you realize,
like you have it. You know what I mean? Like you got the. I didn't mean it like.
But think about it though, Mike. You 54, right?
Yeah.
So you got a 5-year-old. How old you say?
A 4-year-old.
So think about that. Steve Harvey 68.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy in his 60s.
And they
like,
look good.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
they doing good.
How much life we got to live? Arsenio's 69, I think.
That's right.
You keep looking over here too. I didn't mean it that way.
No.
That's why she's single.
No,
She's
all
single.
good. It's all good.
How old her wig look, Mike?
She ain't got no wig on.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's grown from the scalp, you hater. Yeah, he just happy because his face surgery is new, so he's still giving one color on the face.
You don't get no surgery.
It's young.
No,
His face surgery is
surgery
young,
on my
so
face.
that's what he leaning into.
I'm like, what the fuck did I just walk into? Talk about her old wig and his old face. What am I walking into?
Yeah, all three of y'all, man. I love that interview. That was my best interview y'all ever did.
It was only 20 seconds.
With Birdman. I love that interview. It was so hilarious. All three of y'all. Don't say my name no more. Yeah, man, I loved it, man. But right now I'm on this tour right now. Shout out to BMN Entertainment.
You done with the mess? Because I did have some other questions.
You better ask.
Go ahead, ask your man why he
He
here.
got about a couple minutes left. He gotta go.
So shoot. Okay, so dang, I mentioned All the Smoke. You had to come out with the apology after sitting on All the Smoke, and you talked about learning how to finally get to
All the Smoke.
his wife. Yeah, when you sat down on All the Smoke podcast with Matt Barnes.
What did I say?
You said that you wanted to get to a point where you were treating women 100% right or something like that, and I think people took it the wrong way because you've been with your wife for a while.
Right.
I saw y'all at the NAACP Image Awards. Looked amazing. But does that even come back up in conversation in your relationship? Or how does she handle you being able to joke like you just did about things now that has happened?
No, my wife's a grown-ass woman. She's the truth. My wife is the truth. And she's a grown woman. She don't pay attention to none of that petty shit. She's not petty. She ain't no little girl. So
yeah, she
can decipher when I'm saying something that I might not have meant the right way or whatever. She know when I'm talking shit and when I'm, she know me. So I didn't say nothing to really offend nobody, but it is the truth. It take men a long time to get their shit together.
That's right.
Oh, I know.
And every woman that's with a man has got to be a little bit more patient than we are with them. Because it takes a while. It takes a while for a man to, get her shit together. We fighting up against so much temptation. It's like, damn. It's like, woo, you got to be a certain kind of guy to really survive and navigate through the world.
Charlamagne was just talking about Whoopi Goldberg the other day.
Is that who you want?
All I
Is
said,
that who you want?
I just said she looked good last night at the Oscars. She did look good, because when she on The View, she looked a little fluffy, but she looked.
Her skin was right.
Skin was right. Body looked right last night. I was giving the OG a compliment. That's all. That's it. Ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
Yeah. Well, let me find out.
Ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
But this tour that I'm on,
Hold on.
yeah, because this is what I came to promote. This tour, this tour.
We the ones.
We the ones tour. I came to promote this, man, because we got some young, bad comedians. And if you in a city and you ain't seen this tour, probably a lot of y'all probably seen Wildin' Out. Them little. It's all right, Wildin' Out.
Throwing a shot at Wildin' Out.
I'm just saying they do a tour.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all do a tour.
Nick Cannon and them, they doing a tour. But we do this tour right here this is the best young comics coming up in the game right now.
How did it become like a staple tour? Because I remember it started a few years ago.
Yeah.
But every year since y'all been doing it. So how did it become like a staple tour?
Well, shout out to my man Blake, man, promoter out of Chicago. This young brother has been promoting for a long time. He does a great job. He started out before I came along. He had D-Ray. He was doing like D-Ray, so many other shows in Chicago for New Year's Eve. Mm-hmm. And they were selling out sometimes 2 and 3 shows, man, 10, 20,000 people. Mm-hmm. So when he put this tour together, I came along and like I said, man, come on, man, you got Country Wayne, you got Lil Duval, you got Corey Holcomb, you got Tony Roberts, you got Bubba Dub. Man, it's Carlos Miller. Come on, Carlos Miller.
Mojo.
Man, these. Tell me any young comics is better than these young dudes. Mm-hmm. These young dudes is
there's some
bringing
OGs in there now. Corey's an OG.
Corey is OG.
But see, I don't think nobody's funnier than a lot of the OGs. Like, Corey is one of the funniest niggas on stage in the world to me. Like, Corey don't give a fuck.
Yeah, he gonna say what he want to say, how he want to say it. He don't care. Mm-hmm. And that's the great thing. It's a nucleus of young dudes, and we throw in a couple old guys in there, but it's still a young, happy hopping tour. You know what I'm saying? So, this tour is good, man. We was in Brooklyn last night. They messed around and put us the day after the fight, so we didn't get the crowd. Last year we did 10,000 people in Barclays.
Wow.
And this year we only did about 4,000. But the fight kind of messed us up. But this tour,
and it was weird. It was on a Sunday. I didn't even know y'all was in town.
We thought y'all were coming up here to promote the show
for next weekend.
God damn. Because I didn't even know I was gonna go, but then I seen on Instagram that it was
wasn't gonna go. I ain't never seen your ass.
I always go to comedy shows.
Do you?
Yeah, you pop out.
It's my thing all the time, comedy show. I was gonna ask, how do you what's the worst show that you see, and how do you talk to a comedian about getting booed? Reason I ask, Charlamagne talks all the time, ain't nothing funnier than a comedian being booed, right? Yeah, then over the weekend, I happen to turn on and I see our good friend Donnell getting booed. So how do you talk to a comedian after that? What do you tell him? Big brother advice.
Every show is different, man, But getting booed as a comic, that's a tough one. That's a tough one because it's a reevaluation of who you are and what you do. And don't be no older. Like Donnell, he's too goddamn old to get booed.
Really? What's the
age? For the record, Donnell wasn't getting booed because of his set.
He was
judging. He was judging at one of them white boy roasts, Jeff Ross and all of them. Yeah. And boy, they wasn't feeling him. Oh, Lord have mercy. He think I don't know. I was trying not, because I ain't texting him about it. He hoping that, he mad that you mentioned that right now. He was hoping that stayed with the white people. He had to get over here.
No. Okay, well, you know what? Every day is a different day, man. You know what I mean? And some days you're going to have, your jokes is going to work. I could do a joke one night and it kills in Detroit, and then I go to Brooklyn the next night and it ain't popping. But it's just different energy. Right. Different cities, different energy. Mm-hmm. But if you do get booed, you got to go reevaluate your set. You got to go think about some shit that you said and did. You can't get booed again because that shit will get you kicked out the business.
What's the toughest city? I know you got to go, but what's the toughest city to perform?
The toughest city to perform, it used to be New York, but I would say Chicago. Because everybody's funny. Just the average human being out there in Chicago, they funny as hell. And they sitting there looking at you like, what you gonna say, Joe? That's one of them towns is like, they come to criticize your ass.
And congrats to your daughter got accepted to New York University for drama?
NYU.
Wow.
Congratulations, New York University. NYU,
New York University.
It is New York University.
NYU.
NYU.
How'd that make you feel as a father?
Oh, man, this is the thing. I didn't graduate from high school. I was a special ed student. And for my daughter to graduate and go to NYU, it's a compliment.
Wow.
And I had to give her mother props as well. Her mother did a great job with her. But my daughter is running around NYU, and that's the same place I ran around doing comedy at, in the Village.
Wow.
I used to sit in that Washington Park and with no money and watch people and people watch. And now my daughter's running around that same area in college. So, man, I'm grateful. And I just thank God that I was able to raise a child to be able to go get an education.
That's
so
that's amazing. That's what it's about.
It is.
You say you was in special ed?
Hell yeah.
I was in there for a semester because I failed a class. So I was in I failed a standardized test. So they had me in one math class that was special ed.
It was just one?
With the special ed kid, but I wasn't in special ed.
No, you was in there, nigga.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I don't know where you was. You just said
5% drop is crazy.
Hey, man, if you was in there for 30 minutes, man, your ass was in there.
I wasn't in special ed.
And I didn't mean to laugh at special ed people, but don't do that. You was outside with the folks.
No, I didn't eat lunch early, and I didn't ride the little bus. No, I didn't.
It's okay.
No, I didn't.
But special education is not about the short bus. See, a lot of people get it twisted. There are kids that are slow learners. They don't know how to learn as fast as other kids. That's how I was. I could read a whole book and couldn't tell you what it was. But you got to give them kids a break too. Because you look at Elon Musk.
Yeah.
This a dude, you could tell he wasn't doing shit in the classroom. You know what I mean? But look who he is. Look where he's at. And not to big him up or to knock him down, but you got to give people a chance. You don't know what a kid going to turn out to be.
That's right.
And that's how I am. I mean, man, it's so hard to – I run into people who treated me like shit and I still treat them nice because I know they don't know. I'm like, okay, I'm going to give you a break because I know you didn't know I was going to be somebody, and I'm going to still treat you nice because you didn't know. But that also taught me you treat people who you might not really have it at the time. You got to treat them good, too, because you don't know what the hell going to happen.
I don't respect people like that, though. I judge people based off how they treat people that can't do nothing for them.
That's right.
So you got to treat the custodian the same way you treat the CEO.
Yeah.
I don't respect that. If I see you talking shit to the custodian, but you treat the CEO nice,
get your ass out of here. Right. Yeah, get your ass out of here, man. This is We Are The Ones tour, man. I'm your host, Mike Epps, and we're going to be coming to every local city. We'll be in.
Let me help you. Detroit on the 7th.
Come on,
Ohio
Detroit.
on the 8th.
Come on.
Fairfax on the 9th.
Come on.
March 14th, New Orleans, Louisiana.
Let's go.
15th, Alabama. 21st, Tennessee.
That's right.
Hit them with
22nd, South Carolina, Greenville. 23rd, 757 Hampton.
Come on.
The 28th, Columbia, South Carolina.
Come
and
on,
the 29th, North Carolina, and the 30th, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Y'all got a website?
Man, go get. Yeah, we got a website, but that shit he just did is really gonna work. We got an envy shout out on there, man. You know what I'm saying? How long Breakfast Club been going, man?
It'll be 15 years this year.
Yeah, 15, 16 years.
Do you know the first time I met him, he was working with Wendy Williams?
Yeah.
How was that?
Was he sitting on her lap or what?
Yeah.
He was sitting in the corner quiet.
Really?
Yes. You was on the show, but you wasn't saying shit.
He was on timeout that day.
And then I looked up again, and I seen you with. I'm like, this dude. That was the dude. This motherfucker got a show, and he ended up with a show.
Yeah.
BLS.
Absolutely.
Remember that?
Yeah.
And she wasn't even. Man, it was crazy. So, hey man, I'm proud of y'all, man.
Thank you, my brother.
And
I appreciate that.
I seen DJ Envy before he got in the game. I used to just see you just out and about doing shit in New York. I said, man, you guys really came up.
You know, I wanted to ask you, we had Jacquees up here.
Yeah, Jacquees.
He said,
Yo, you know exactly.
Yo, what's wrong with Mike, man?
Mike can't front. Mike ain't one of them people who can front. Mike will front for 1 second and he catch himself.
Mike was like, I'm about to leave.
Listen,
That's my man. That's my little man right there.
Jacquees said, and I told him I don't believe this. He said, you told him he was the next Marvin Gaye.
Well, I told him, I said, Jacquees. I told him he could be.
Why you lie to that man like that?
Was it a lie?
Yes.
You said
he good.
Can
good.
he sing to you?
Yeah,
I think
Marvin
he
He
Gaye.
can sing, absolutely. He can
But
sing.
you said you look at him like Marvin Gaye, like he's like our generation's Marvin Gaye. I think people were like,
I told him Mike was
That
high,
was it.
man. Mike wanted to make you feel good that day.
Hey, man, let me tell you something, man. The man can, it's probably some little girl out there that think this nigga's Marvin Gaye. And you gotta, sometimes you have to, hey, man, I'm about empowering the youth.
Yeah.
And I'll tell them that they can be the president knowing damn well they can't.
You ain't gonna tell none of these little young comedians they could be Richard Pryor.
Yeah, I done told all of them.
who you told that to? Told that
Mike Epps got to go, guys. Mike Epps got TV. Mike Epps, we appreciate you for joining us, brother.
You done told them all.
Man, thank y'all for being nice to me.
Mike
I
Epps-
know y'all
Mike-
fuck people
Mike-
up.
Mike
up here.
Mike, cut it out,
Mike
man.
Epps
You know they
Club,
fuck with you.
Mike
times.
Epps Club Shay Shay coming this year?
Club Shay Shay?
Uh-huh.
No, I ain't gonna do no Club Shay Shay. Because I'm still trying to figure out why. I'm like, I was like,
I know y'all had to sit down.
Shannon Sharp, y'all got to bring some white men on here and grill them. You can't just grill black people. That shit ain't right. I know we make money off clickbaiting and shit, but clickbait them white folks. Get some of your NFL players that you know was fucked up, get them on this show. Because
That's real.
Cat Williams, that shit he did, it was good, but it was bad. It was good because we enjoyed it, but damn. Man, he hurt them dudes' feelings saying all that crazy shit. So we gotta balance it out, man. Shannon Sharp, if you're listening, we want to see you interview some of them football players, some of them white football players that was in the NFL that was fucked up. Just to balance it, not on no race shit, but you can't just interview black men and let them pour out all their pain on television, on on these podcasts, man, that's some bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because we more than just problems. We everything, man. We got talent. You know, we got families. We're entrepreneurs. We all of that. So we have to keep shedding the light on the positive part of that. We already got enough negative light. So we want a podcast. We want to start bringing people on the letter, even though, you know, people don't want to hear that shit. But, man, let's talk about some positive shit on these, you know.
Mm-hmm. Like Naptown Productions.
Naptown Productions.
You got Good American Family. That come out on Hulu this Sunday.
Good American Family. Yep. I produced a show, Good American Family, with Ellen Pompeo. Another Naptown production.
I love Ellen.
Shout out to my team, TC, my man Niles. Big shout out to my wife, you know, because that's where it starts. You know, before you leave the house, you got to be all the way right. So big shout out. Everybody should give my wife a prize because she's the one that's getting me to these TV shows, and you know what I mean? But I was able to produce that show, man, and it's an all-white cast. Based out of Indianapolis. If you haven't ever seen the movie The Dwarf, that's what it's about. Mm-hmm. About this young girl who played to be an adult, but she was really a kid. Mm-hmm. And they adopted her, and she was trying to kill him. But anyway.
Has Cube approached you about last Friday yet?
He called me the other day.
Wow.
Said just finished the deal.
Oh.
Wow. So we doing the last Friday, man. And big shout out to Cube, man. That's another brother that has put so many brothers on, man.
Yes, sir.
This dude put and don't really get the props for it, you know? Put me, Chris Tucker, Bernie Mac, name them. This dude gave dudes opportunities. And that's what I'm doing. On the Upshaws, man, I just had Scarface on the show, acting. I had Petey Pablo on the show. I had so many comics on the show. And you know, that's what we do. We turn it on black men, putting black men in a position where they can feed their family and build legacies.
Have you seen the script for last Friday?
I haven't seen the script, but I'm pretty sure it's good. And we're gonna bring in the new comics. We're gonna put the DC Young Flies and all of them in with the OGs. It's gonna be a good ass.
Is Chris Tucker gonna be a part of it too? You, Chris? They gonna combine all the worlds?
Hopefully we can get Chris Tucker in it.
Yeah.
You know, we need to get Chris Tucker on that because people still love Chris Tucker. He's still smoky. He laid it down. He positioned me to do it. So, Chris, if you listen to it, we need you, baby boy. Come on back.
You know when y'all start shooting?
We don't know when we start shooting, but
the deal done.
The deal's done. And the Upshaws, keep watching the Upshaws, man. Shout out to Wanda Sykes. Shout out to Kim Fields, the whole cast. I love them people, man. Unfortunately, this is our last season, but
I thought it was 7.
No, we did 5 seasons, you know, but
I thought I thought I read it was going to season 7.
Personal choice? When I tell you, my grandma, mom, they swear by the Upshaws.
They love the show. They love the Upshaws.
Yes. Yeah, why last season?
The show was changing. The kids are getting older. You know what I mean? It's had its run, you know? And sometimes those shows do that, man. You know, me and Tiffany Haddish have a show now.
Okay.
That we about to do together.
Dope.
That's like the Upshaws. It's going to be about a bar, like Cheers, a Black Cheers. It's going to be off the hook.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
Okay.
So man, we going to keep the ball rolling. We're going to keep some entertainment in your face, you know?
That's right. And support everything Mike Epps doing,
That's right.
Man,
yeah, we the ones tour.
We the ones tour. That's right.
I'm going to come to like 3 tour dates, so you know I didn't mean to call you.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, come on. No, girl, you ain't going to take that serious.
It's Mike Epps. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.